Good afternoon, everybody. It's Josh here from Lookin For Games, and welcome to this week's edition of the Weekly Update. First of all, on kind of a somber note, I need to read this letter that I received from what appears to be a law firm this week, and I thought I would share it with you. It's from the offices of Barks and Paws, and it says, "To whom it may concern, we have been contacted by our client, Zygmunt Giroux Jacquet, or Ziggy, heretofore referred to as the plaintiff, regarding the unfair treatment he believes he is receiving from the humans in regards to the use of his brother Puxley Hextall Jacquet, or Puck, and his image in the human board game store Lookin For Games, heretofore known as the defendant, and their presentation of the YouTube LFG Weekly Update." Now, this is a cease and desist from the plaintiff. Cease and desist that the defendant may no longer use images of Puxley, with the mitigating clause that the defendant in fact use equal or more images of the plaintiff in future presentations of the silly and somewhat barely entertaining, well, that seems a little shady, Lookin For Games Weekly Update. Sincerely, Rufus T. Wanamaker, Wags, Barks, and Paws. And so with that, in the object of clear fairness, I present to you on what is nearly his birthday, Zygmunt Giroux Jacquet, or Ziggy as he prefers to be called, on his almost on his birthday. So you can see he's sitting here judging me even as we speak. So just want to wish a big happy birthday to Ziggy, and hopefully we won't get any more notices from his attorneys, which, I didn't really know puppies needed or had attorneys, but you learn something every day. And they say you haven't made it until you receive a cease and desist letter. So kudos to LFG for finally making it big. So happy birthday, Ziggy, and with that silliness out of the way, on to the update. Tonight we'll be kicking off our pre-release weekend for Magic the Gathering, Marvel's Spider-Man. We've got 3 events scheduled. Our first event kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight, and then tomorrow is our second event starting at 3 o'clock. And then on Sunday, our very popular Two-Headed Giant event, which kicks off at 1 p.m. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man swings into Magic the Gathering, and not a moment too soon. You'll gather web slingers from across the Spider-Verse and team up to take down the sinister foes that threaten the city. Keep your spidey senses primed to spot borderless treatments that leap right off the page, and your pre-release is the first chance you'll have to get your hands on this gorgeous new set for Magic the Gathering. And we still have a few spots left, so we'll post in a link in the description below, so you can see everything we have available for Magic the Gathering's Marvel's Spider-Man starting tonight. On Sunday, we kick off our next slate of Lookin For Adventure with DM Dan and the Frozen North. And on Thursday, DM Mike presents the next chapter of Lands of Lamnos. And then on Saturday, DM Johnny presents the next chapter of his adventure, The Long Reign. You can scan the QR code or click the link in the description below. It'll take you right to our Warhorn page. You can see all of the available games and sign up to play. Now, as we wrap up this month's theme, which is the colors of fall. Now, granted, some of the colors that we've been tinkering with are not exactly fall colors per se, but I really wanted to introduce games that had color as the main theme of the concept. So we've been playing some really cool games, and we'll be wrapping all of that up with Sagrada from Floodgate Games, where we'll be heading back in time to do some dice drafting and some beautiful stained glass work to honor the king. So that's going to be our game night on Wednesday. And next week we will announce the next upcoming theme, which, October is right around the corner. So that's why we'll be doing games featured around like love and love letters. And who am I kidding? We're probably going to play some form of spooky games because, it's October. But yeah, so that will be all be announced at the update for next week. On next Saturday, I should say, we'll be having our next session of Blood on the Clocktower. We'll be playing Bad Moon Rising. This is one of the core set games. It's got plenty of cool content, though, to keep you on the edge of your seat. course, Blood on the Clocktower is a social deduction game versus of good versus evil, and sometimes good versus good, or good versus, we're not quite sure. But each session has a different theme and a different demon, and no two games are ever the same, no matter how many times you play. So if you do like social deduction on a massive scale, be sure to join us next Saturday when we play Blood on the Clocktower. All right, we got some new stock from Dronda Games. This is Lost Lumina. It's a two-player card drafting and area control game, which is unique because most two-player games are like a first to whatever or trick-taking. So this game, which has some gorgeous artwork, is all about restoring the lost light to a world plagued by darkness. This is a Kickstarter edition, so we have some promos that come along with it, as well as a cool little vinyl playmat, and all of that is available in stock today and at lookinforgames.com. Now, I announced this last week, but I thought it would bear repeating. We've got a brand new t-shirt design for Lookin For Games, and a big shout out once again to my wife, of course, and her niece Sarah, who helped put the design together. And again, this may or may not pay homage to one of my favorite metal bands. You can decide whether or not it does, but it is quickly becoming my favorite shirt design, and that's available in stock at the store in all sizes. I know I announced last weekend that we were going to have limited. We do have basically all sizes. Some of the bigger sizes we can do as special orders, and those also have a very quick turnaround. So once again, new t-shirt available in stock at LFG. And in the queue, I don't have anything listed just yet, so I'm going to tell you about some new games that are coming in very soon, including expansions for The Witcher, Twilight Imperium, another Magic the Gathering set, which is the Avatar: The Last Airbender, as well as two awesome Kickstarters, Computer Junkyard and Horror on the Orient Express. And those are all coming in very soon to Lookin For Games. And that's our update for this week. If you enjoy our content, please like, subscribe, feel free to tell others about us, and maybe even send us a cease and desist if you must. But feel free to tell others about us because, as I always say, you shouldn't be the only one to suffer. Thank you for watching and have a great day.